guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, I'm Tanelia. Welcome. I'm so glad to have you here with me today. In today's video, we're going to be doing a full face of makeup from ShopMissA. I have a lot of new products I'm wanting to try out. Some of the products are ones that you guys specifically requested for me to try out. I have the new Vitaglow Tinted Moisturizer. I have the new AOA Top Secret Cream Concealer and just a bunch of other things here that I'm wanting to try out for you guys. Today I'm wearing one of the pairs of earrings that I got in my haul. I will drop that up here so you guys can see everything that I picked up. But these are the serpent earrings that have like the little green jewel gemstone in the middle. So far I'm liking them. I think they're really pretty. I might grab a few more of these. They do have them with a different colored gemstone, so we will see. But so far I'm liking those. I'm also wearing one of the rings. This is my first time wearing it, so I'm not sure, how it's going to go. I'm going to wear it all day. Hopefully it won't, bother my skin or, turn it or anything like that. I haven't had any issues with the earring, so hopefully I won't have any issues with the ring. In general, I do not like to wear rings. Like you'll notice, I'm never wearing any of them. It's just something about things being wrapped around my fingers. I don't know, it feels weird, so we will see how this goes. All right, but let's go on ahead and jump into this. I need to get me some clips so I can clip my hair back while I'm doing these videos. First thing we're gonna do is primer. I grabbed one of the No Pore Mattifying Super Smooth Primers. I absolutely love this formula. It's one of my favorites. I already have one that's open that I'm currently working on. So I'm gonna use this one and throw this one in my backups. This one has kind of a silicone feel, but it doesn't have any silicone in it. It just kind of has that slip, but I love it in my pore area. I think it really does help to kind of smooth everything out, and it really does mattify. It's one of my favorite primers, and it's only I think $1.88, so that's amazing. One thing about some of the products on ShopMissA is that they are part of charity edition, so part of the money will go to a charity. This one is, I think, the Pawpaw. I'm not sure exactly. I'm probably completely wrong, but right here we'll have the charity. And this is $1.88, so that means that 88 cents will go to that charity. So I'm going to let this sit down for about 30 seconds just to settle down and mattify and set down on the skin. I made a new order from ShopMissA. They have these new makeup organizers. I will drop a picture here so you guys can see. They have a brush organizer that has little different compartments, and then they have little makeup organizer trays. I grabbed a brush organizer and then 2 of the trays. Usually I like to wait until I have a big order from ShopMissA, because if it's $35 or more, then shipping is free. But I really like these, and even with the $3.95 shipping, it still came out less than it would if I bought organizers from TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something like that. All right, so let's go ahead and try out this tinted moisturizer. This is from the AOA Studio. This is the Vitaglow, so there's vitamin C in it. I got tan. I think there are 5 shades. The claims are that it's lightweight. It's supposed to help to blur imperfections. The vitamin C is supposed to help give you a nice glowy complexion. I'm not expecting a lot of coverage from this since it is a tinted moisturizer and not a full-on foundation. Interested in seeing how glowy it gets. I have oily skin, so clearly I like things to be matte, and so I will be setting this down, but I am interested in seeing how it's going to actually look on the skin. There's no fragrance to it. I wasn't sure if it was going to have a citrus scent since it does have vitamin C, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of blend this out. So this is the tan. Wow, that actually feels pretty thick. It feels like the BB cream. As you can see on my hand, there is a bit of coverage, so interesting. I'm going to take a little bit on my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge, see how much that covers. I was pretty much I was a pump and a half, I would say. I'm just going to start blending this out. And the shades are supposed to be adjustable since it is a tinted moisturizer and there's only 5 shades. Alright, so there's the coverage so far. It's kind of a light to medium coverage is what I'm seeing. It's it blends right into the skin. What I'm going to do is blend some of it on with my finger because the sponge kind of sucks up some of the product a little bit. I've tried using makeup brushes, and honestly, foundation brushes don't really work well for me. So I'm just going to kind of take this with my finger. Okay, with a finger, I am getting more coverage. The tan shade seems to be blending in pretty well. I'm definitely seeing a glow. Do you see that? definitely seeing a glow to the skin. So yeah, we will be laying down some powder because, like I said, I don't do like super glowy skin. Now, if you have drier skin and you're wanting that glow, you might like this. This may be a good one for you, you know, for a glowy complexion look. All right, I am liking the natural skin coverage that I'm getting from it. My skin is shining through the foundation or the tinted moisturizer, but you can still see my skin. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a heavy mask. I really like that. I will say though, I am not seeing like any blurring going on. One of the claims that it's supposed to like blur the pores and just kind of give you a soft, you know, kind of smooth looking complexion. So while it looks really, really nice and my skin does look really nice with this product on, I'm definitely not seeing any kind of blurring or smoothing going on. All right, so let's move on to concealer. I picked up the AOA Studio Top Secret Cream Concealer. This one is in tan, and I think this is going to be a little bit too deep for me. This is going to be perfect in the summer, but for right now, I'm not sure. See what it looks like, and then if it does end up being too deep, then I'm going to put on a little bit of this AOA Studio Wonder highlighter in white just to kind of brighten it up. So we'll see. I'm going to use this little brush here from Real Techniques. I like this one specifically for creams or concealers and stuff. Feels pretty thick, so that's kind of like what the consistency is. It feels nice. It doesn't feel like, you know, overly thick. So we'll see how it's going to blend out under the eye. Okay, actually, I don't think I'm going to have to use the white concealer. Looks like it's actually, it looks like the shade actually looks pretty good. It's blending in really well. I am getting some definite nice coverage. You see that? With the concealer without. Definitely getting some nice coverage. And it's blending out really, really nicely. You never know when it comes to a thicker concealer, you know, inside of a pot. You just don't know, but it's blending nice. I'm getting pretty decent coverage. I'm going to put just a little bit more in here, or get a little bit of darkness. I'm going to take a little bit and just kind of blend it in to some of the areas where I want a little bit more coverage, since this, you know, I am using a tinted moisturizer. So I have a couple of blemishes like down here that I want to try to cover up. All right, so far that concealer is a win. It is blended in so beautifully. All right, so what do we have next? I think I'm going to set everything down, and then we're going to try out this AOA Studio Blurring Powder. I have a couple of products here that are not from ShopMissA. I actually picked up Dollar Tree. They were in my last big shopping Walmart Dollar Tree Five Below haul. They're from Be Pure. This is the Infused Pressed Powder, and then I also have a highlighting brightening pencil, which I will be using later on. But these are like plant-based, clean, beauty, vegan, cruelty-free, all those good things. I thought I'd try using this to set down my foundations. You can see it looks white in the compact, but it's actually translucent. So take a little bit of my sponge. I just want to see. That's blending in very nicely. It's not leaving like a white cast on the skin. It feels nice. It feels very silky. Let me see what this looks like in the pore area. Well, that's pretty. That's blurring. Do you see that? Getting a nice bit of blurring going on. It's pretty. I'm not usually a pressed powder girl. I prefer loose powders because I feel like they tend to look more natural and disperse better on my skin. But this is looking pretty. It's blurring. Smoothing. All right, so far I'm impressed. The question now is how it's going to last throughout the day, but so far I'm impressed. Take my sponge and press that concealer down a little bit. It is starting to crease, but most concealers do on me, and this was like $1, so I mean I don't have like super high expectations of it. Overall, so far my complexion is looking good. So far I'm pleased with what I'm seeing. All right, so now we're going to try this AOA Studio Setting Powder. This is the brightening, which is kind of like a pink. I got this to kind of help set my under eyes. I've been on a search for like a brightening powder type product that will look really nice under the eyes, kind of smooth, brighten, all that jazz. If you guys have any ideas for a nice, soft, smoothing, brightening under eye powder, please let me know down in the comments because I am on a search. I'm over 40 years old, so I have a little bit of creasing. It'd be nice to find something that will work on my skin. Also, this Maritake rice powder. I grabbed this just in case this powder didn't work out. This one is from ShopMissA. It's basically like a tablet. It's pretty cool. You see that? It's literally like a tablet, and you just take your sponge or brush and you just go over the top of it, and it looks really, really nice. It's one of my favorite powders that I'm currently using. I need to find a container I can put it in so I can take it out of the box. All right, but let's give this powder a try. I have my little AOA Studio brush here. It's a highlighting brush, but I love this for under eyes. All right, so take a little bit of this and put it underneath and blend. I think it has like a little bit of a glow to it, and it has, like I said, it's pink base, so I thought maybe it could work to help counteract some of the darkness. Okay, it set everything down, but I'm literally not seeing any kind of brightness whatsoever. I don't know, I'll have to play around with this a little bit more, but it does look very soft, so I do like that. I'm not seeing like a bunch of creasing or powdery look going on, so that's good. All right, so now let's move on to brows. I did pick up a new brow product. I picked up this micro brow pen from AOA Studio. It says it's supposed to give you realistic hair-like strokes. This is the Paw Paw brand, so 88 cents of this will go to Paw Paw. Did not have like super good reviews, but I was curious. As you guys know, I am a brow pencil girl, but I have been interested in trying out like brow pens, ink brow type products. So it's supposed to be smudge resistant, long wearing, buildable, no fragrances, all that jazz. This one has the comb on the end of it. I don't know if you can see that. So what it's supposed to do is like you brush it through your hair and it's supposed to give you these natural strokes. I did bring over my favorite AOA Studio Slim Brow Pencil just in case this doesn't work out, because like I said, it didn't have the best reviews. So I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to use my hand mirror. I got this one from ShopMissA too. It's an 8x magnifying mirror. I need to be able to see things like a little bit closer. I kind of angle myself. So let's see. I'm going to start brushing. Okay, so far I am seeing like hair-like strokes. It's gonna kind of keep going up like that with it. On the tail part, I think I'm gonna try going like down like this instead of going up. Okay, what do you guys think? Are you seeing hair-like strokes? I will say that it's filling in the brows, but as far as like hair-like strokes, I'm not really seeing that. So far, I'm not really too super impressed with that. I'm gonna kind of work with this a little bit more. I'm going to fill in the other brow off camera, and I may have to like take my slim brow just to kind of even things out, and then we will come back and move on with the rest of these products. All right, brows are done. I did go ahead and use my slim brow pencil just to finish filling it in. I don't know about this micro pen. I'm going to have to play around with this a little bit more. All right, so you know what? Before we move into eyes, let's throw on some blush and some highlighter. I'm going to use from Malibu Glitz. This is one of their powder blushes. This is one of the rose blushes. I have used these before. I love these. These are some of my favorite blushes in my entire collection. As you can see, there is a rose embossing in it, and this one is just a really pretty kind of a mauve berry. I'm going to use this brush from AOA Studio, blend this on to my cheeks. These blushes are super pigmented, but they're also very blendable, so you can kind of go in with the light hand and then softly blend it out. And there is a slight glow as well, so it's not like a super flat matte formula. For highlighter, I'm going to use one of the Glow Baby liquid highlighters. This one is in Golden Rose. It's really beautiful, healthy look to the skin. It just blends out into just this very healthy, soft looking glow. It's very long wearing. I love the fact that it does blend very well over powder products as well. Having oily skin, I have to use powder. So if I use a cream or a liquid that doesn't work over a powder, then it's not the one for me. It's not gonna cut it. Can't do it. All right, now for eyes. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit more of this concealer, and I'm gonna use it as a primer for my eyeshadow. I am noticing just a little bit, not much, but a little bit of creasing going on underneath the eyes. I don't know if it's the concealer or if it's the powder or both. So I'm gonna use the concealer, play around with it without using that brightening powder, and then maybe try that brightening powder with other concealer formulas, because sometimes it's not that the formula isn't good, it's that it just doesn't work together. So you have to kind of play around and figure out other ways to see if you can get it to work. For eyeshadow, I picked up 2 of the new Sunday Afternoon Quads. We have Midday Stroll and then Movie Time. These remind me so much of the bite-sized palettes from e.l.f. There were 4 altogether. I just got the 2 that I thought I would like the most. Let's do some quick swatches of these. I want to see what the formula feels like. This one is Midday Afternoon. I've never had an issue with the AOA formula. They tend to blend pretty well. It's pretty nice kind of pastel-y mattes. There. Okay. Very smooth. They feel very, very soft. And I'm going to do the shimmer and then the deeper blue. Shimmer feels extremely creamy. Lots of pigment there. All right, so far, that first palette looks very promising. No complaints there. And we have Movie Time. Movie Time is purple. This one we have, it looks like there's a shimmer and a pressed glitter in this one. I'm not a pressed glitter girl. I don't think I realized that when I ordered it. But that's those shades. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Very creamy and very smooth. I think I'm pretty sure that I'm going to blend, or rather combine the 2 palettes together. Let me see here. Yep, it is a glitter. But it's very smooth. You see that? It's very pigmented and even. It's actually kind of sticking, like it's not falling all over the place. As far as pressed glitters go, that one doesn't feel too bad. I don't think I'm going to use it today, but from the swatch, it actually felt pretty good. It wasn't the worst, feeling pressed glitter that I've ever used. First, I'm going to start with Midday Stroll, and I think I'm going to take this darker shade and lay it on the outer part of the eye, and then maybe take this pastel blue to kind of blend that out, and then we will kind of pull something from this palette. I'm going to take my Blend Bunny B4 and we're going to just tap right into that blue. Not a ton of fallout. That's nice. And I'm just going to lay this on this outer part of the eye. So far we have a lot of pigment. That's nice. I'm just going to start blending. I did use that concealer as my primer instead of being an actual eyeshadow primer, but so far the shadow is blending really, really well. Like I said, I've never really had an issue with the eyeshadow formula from ShopMissA. All of their palettes that I have used, whether it be a bigger palette or the minis, they have always had really nice formulas and blended really well. For a $1 palette, these little babies right here, as far as my experience with ShopMissA in the past, a lot of them work better than some of the more expensive palettes that I have used. This is blending really, really well. So far I have no complaints. I don't think I'm going to need to use that pastel-y blue to blend it out. It's blending out pretty well on its own. I'm going to take the Blend Bunny 1. I'm going to go in this little lavender purple. This is like a really, really pretty kind of Eastery spring color story. I'm going to take that. Just going to blend that here in the inner part. And just softly blend that into the blue. Just very lightly laying that down. Blending that towards the inner part of the eye. It's a very pretty purple. It's pigmented. It's blending out very nicely. I'm going to take the Blend Bunny number 5. Just going to use that to soften the edges and just make sure this purple and blue are blended together. For shimmer, I'm going to take this purple and I'm going to lay that kind of on the lid, and then maybe take that green, blend that towards the middle. Alright, so we're going to just blend that over here. Very soft, shiny shimmer. It looks really, really pretty. I've always liked the shimmers from AOA Studio. They've always just given me just the right amount of shine. They're very, very pretty. Alright, there we go. I'm going to take my finger and just press a little bit on, just to amp up the shine a bit, like so. These shimmers are so creamy. Oh, so nice. I'm going to take Blend Bunny 1, go into that green, just slightly blended into the inner part of the eye and into the inner corner. Very pretty. It's a very pretty jewel toned color. Very shiny. very wet looking on the eyelid. I like that. Real quick, I'm going to take Blend Bunny 3 and just go into the pastel blue and lay that along the lower lash line. Just kind of add a little bit of brightness down there. That's pretty. Real quick, I'm going to set everything down with this A+ Oil Control Setting Spray. I meant to do this before I did my eyeshadow, but you know, sometimes we forget. It's not my favorite formula. I like the actual mattifying formula a little bit better, but this works okay. It helps to melt the foundation in together. And I will say so far, it's been about 30 minutes since I started filming this video, and I'm really liking the way this tinted moisturizer is looking. It's looking really, really pretty on the skin. I do have a glow going on, but it's not like an oily glow. Just looks very healthy. So far, so good. I'm going to do a quick wing real quick with my Artista liner. You guys have seen me use this 1,000 times. It's a really pretty like point on the tip. It gives me a very nice sharp wing. I'm going to go ahead and throw this on, and then we will come back and do these mascaras and then the lip plumper. This is something that I'm very excited about, so cannot wait to try these out. All right, so I went on ahead and I curled my lashes off camera just to save time. This is just my J Cat Beauty eyelash curl. I really like this one. There are 3 formulas altogether, but I only picked up 2. Curl and volume. Lengthening was the other one. I'm going to do the volume first and then do the curl. Interested in seeing if this curling one is going to hold my curl. That is what the brush looks like for the volumizing. It's just a regular kind of a full-size brush with a tapered end. So we're going to go into this one first. I really like the Fat Lash mascara and the Spider Lash mascara. The Spider Lash one is from Malibu Glitz, but that is one of my favorites. All right, so far I am seeing some volume. Brush is doing a good job of separating. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but I am definitely seeing some volume going on. Now I'm going to go in with a coat of the curling mascara. This one has a slight little bend in the brush. So let's see. I'm going to start with the bend upwards. See how that works. I might have to flip it. Now with the curling mascara, I don't expect to see my lashes just go suddenly curly. What's most important is whether or not it actually holds the curl. It's adding to the volume. It's giving me some separation. I'm going to flip it over with the angle going the other way. See if I can like get more of my lashes into the brush. And yes, that does seem to be working better. All right, so far I am liking what I am seeing. I'm getting some nice volume, some nice separation. I will leave a pinned comment down below letting you know how well the curling mascara right here held the curl in place, but so far I'm liking what I'm seeing. Volume, separation, I get a little bit of lift going on. I'm even seeing some length, even though neither one of these, is the lengthening formula. I'm seeing some length as well. So far I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm going to take this highlighting pencil that I also picked up from Be Pure. I got this from the Dollar Tree. It says it is a highlighting brow pencil. I don't ever highlight my brow bone with a pencil. If I'm going to highlight it, I just like to use like a taupe or lighter eyeshadow shade. All right, so it's a very pretty nude, and I thought that might work well. Very brightening. Let's see how this works in my waterline. That's the main reason why I got it, to try it in the waterline. All right, first of all, it's very creamy. That's always important. You don't want to feel like you're poking yourself with a super hard pencil. Okay. I'm liking the brightening that I'm seeing. I think that could work. And I think I like what I'm seeing with this pencil. Okay, pretty. All right, so the very last thing that we have to try out is the Full Lips from AOA Studios. This is the Plumping Lip Gloss. This is something else you guys asked me to try out. I'm going to go ahead and apply it to my lips first by itself, just to see if I see any plumping, fullness going on, any tingling. And then I might remove it and then apply it over one of these lip pencils, but see what we got here. Has a slight kind of candy fragrance to it. I am not a gloss person at all. I have like little fine lines around my lips, so it tends to travel. So when it comes to glosses, it's just not something that I'm really interested in. Okay, this feels kind of thick, kind of sticky. There's a little bit of pigment to it. All right, so that's what it looks like applied. I'm going to give it a second to see if I see anything happening. There is no tingling going on. Usually when it comes to a plumping gloss, there'll be kind of like a mint, kind of peppery, almost kind of tingle. Not feeling anything. Consistency is extremely sticky, but I'm going to give it a second just to see if I see anything happening, if I notice a difference. But this is my lips now. I'll see what my lips look like in a little bit. All right, so it's been a couple of minutes, and yeah, I'm not seeing anything going on. There is no plumping, there is no tingling, nothing is happening. It feels extremely thick and sticky and uncomfortable on the lips. This gloss, this is just not it. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, and then I'm gonna line my lips with one of these Wonder Matte pencils that I picked up. I grabbed 3. I'm gonna line my lips with one of these and then throw on this Wonder Matte. Well, I don't think it's a Wonder Matte. It's one of the Wonder lipstick formulas from AOA. This shade is in Charm. It's just a really kind of a cool toned purpley pink. All right, guys, let's do some final thoughts on the newer products that I picked up. First of all, the Vitaglow Vitamin C Tinted Moisturizer. I really like this. My skin looks like skin. It looks very healthy. I do have a glow to my skin, but it's not like an oily, greasy kind of a shine. It just looks very, very healthy and skin-like. Tinted moisturizer, definitely a win. I also liked the Perfect Concealer, the Top Secret Concealer. I'm getting a really nice amount of coverage in here. It's not super creasy or anything. I am seeing a little bit of creasing. Everything creases on me. I have not found anything that doesn't. It could be the concealer, could be the powder, could be the combination of both. I'm not sure. As far as the brightening powder, I do see a slight bit maybe, but not what I was actually hoping for. I'm going to play around with this product some more, maybe try it with some of my other concealers and see what kind of results I get. The overall finish under the eye does look pretty. I mean, I'm not seeing like a ton of creasing and crinkly going on. Getting a nice amount of coverage for this. So overall, it does look nice. The micro brow pen, I was not impressed by this. It filled in a little bit, but I definitely wasn't getting like those natural brow hairs or anything remotely close to that. I'm going to play around with this some more as well, but so far, I don't think this is going to be like my end-all be-all brow product. I just don't see myself like pulling this out a lot. Wasn't very impressed with this. I did like the mascaras and the eyeshadow palettes. Both of these performed really well. I'm getting a nice amount of volume and thickness going on with my lashes, but there's also separation. And even though neither one of these is the lengthening formula, I do see some nice length going on. So far, the curling one is holding my curl in place. We will see how it goes throughout the day, but so far I'm impressed with these. I'm liking them. Both the eyeshadow palettes perform just as I thought they would. Like I said, I've never really had any issues with the AOA Studio eyeshadow formula. I do wish that this one was either a matte or a regular shimmer and not a pressed glitter, but other than that, these were also a win. The only other fail was the Full Lips AOA Studio Plumping Lip Gloss. This did absolutely nothing. There was no plumping going on. Usually when there is a plumping gloss and it says that it plumps, you'll feel some kind of tingling going on. Felt no kind of tingling. This did not make my lips look fuller, juicier, or anything, and it was super, super thick and sticky. I did not like that at all. This was definitely not a win. All right, guys, so that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. Definitely let me know down in the comments if you tried any of these products and what your experience was with them. There were definitely some hits. There were also some misses, which usually happens when you're doing a full face of new makeup. If you like these types of videos, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. If you're new to the channel, you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would consider joining my little family and hitting subscribe, and make sure to turn the notification bell on so you'll be notified each and every time. Also, be sure to follow me on my other socials. I am on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm so just grateful for you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.